The first 2 seasons of Paradise have now introduced the public to fundamental principles already alive in the human population. The returning season of the show will guide people towards the understanding of the universe from the Paradise perspective, the role and the implications for the human population at the heart of Paradise and beyond. The hostess of the show, Sonda Davis, the mother, is not just talking about imagining paradise. She is communicating the realities of paradise as she lived the very journey all the way from paradise and beyond. All of these, Sonda Davis was continuously working with deities and divinities from heaven and earth to ensure the transition from the old system based on duality and destruction to the new system, based on reconciliation, planetary safety, and divine evolution. The first 2 seasons of Paradise Now Dialogues with the Mother aired in 2016-2017 on Vision TV. At that time, the show was the beginning of the planetary dialogue about paradise on Earth. Since then, despite the many problems that we had on Earth, people evolved towards fulfilling the fundamental principles of paradise on Earth, and the structures of paradise stabilized to bring the entire population towards a vision of peace, prosperity, help for one another, love and responsibility for the planet, nature, family, spiritual and divine evolution. In 2022, during the planetary alignment, in consensus with the cosmic and universal law, all planetary beings, all planets of the solar system declared and recognized Earth as paradise, the mother planet.
To connect to the divine level, people have to develop their divine qualities. Once they develop their divine qualities, which will be explained in future shows, but once they develop their divine qualities, then capacities develop. The divine qualities, which will be all of them explained, and you'll see what their role is and why they are so important, will open pathways to capacity. Care for people would open the capacity for healing. A person who has already a tendency towards and a desire towards healing people can come to a point of developing healing capacities. Good morning, welcome to Paradise Now, Dialogues with the Mother. My name is Sonda Davis and I'm your host for today's show and for many shows to come. Paradise Now, as I announced it at the beginning, is the beginning of the planetary dialogue about paradise on Earth. We have philosophies and art and imagery about paradise. We tend to imagine it as carefree and very pleasant and very relaxing. It's almost like a vacation. When people had a reprieve from the most difficult or worst feelings, paradise was the place where they can feel safe and where they can feel that they can rest. And the safety of paradise is a reality, but also paradise is way more precise than an ambience and an atmosphere and a feeling and nature. Nature is part of it, but paradise is a very precise fourth-dimensional structure of lights that make the connection between human beings and their divine level. Paradise is the meeting place of the human and the divine, so that when the biological potential of the human reaches a limit, from where it would start to degrade. Instead of degrading, once it meets paradise, once it meets those lights of paradise and the development towards the fourth dimension, then instead of the biological being degrading, actually the biological being starts to evolve towards its divine form. And this is why once people achieve the paradise dimension, they actually start to look better, younger, and live longer, because there are very specific processes that happen in paradise on earth that make life longer. I was also explaining that paradise is not heaven. I had a guest in the previous show who asked me if paradise is heaven. No, heaven is for the departed, while paradise here on earth is for the living, for the human beings that develop their divine qualities, which allowed them to actually appreciate the requirements of paradise, to find them normal. Another aspect about paradise is not utopia, paradise is a reality. Throughout the history of dark times, of dramatic events, people would imagine paradise as utopia, meaning as the impossible dream. People never dream things that are not possible. Reality is that dreams are estimations of potential reality. When people dream of paradise, is because paradise is real, and because they don't know how to connect consciously to paradise, they connect with the dream. Now, I will teach you, and please tell your friends about this show, because this is so useful. It's more useful than you most of you would expect. I will teach you how to understand paradise consciously in such a down-to-earth reality, and how to recognize that the portals or the gates to the internal paradise, which are the connections between the biological person and the divine being, of that respective divine level of that respective person is a divine being. Those portals are actually, after I name them, and I will name them all now, and then in the next segment I will discuss them two by two. Hopefully I can cover them all until the end of the show. If not, I will address further in the shows to come, and we will talk extensively. We'll have guests on the show who will ask questions about the internal paradise, about the reality of paradise on earth. We'll have guests in the studio that will ask questions, and of course you are free to send your questions by email or by Skype, and you can connect with me on my website. We do have to make this the dialogue about something that is extraordinarily important. Now I will name the gates to the internal paradise for you to understand. There are 10. I find that they're literally placed on the left side. I was explaining in the previous show that, interestingly enough, the gates to the internal paradise are on the left side of the solar plexus, and they actually, when they are illumined, they reach to the below and the above. And the left side is a part of the body with all the vital functions, everything that has to do with life. The meridian of life is also on the left side of the body. The right side of the body is what supports the life, and we'll talk about those gates at another that are on the right side when we already talk about the universe connection to the human. What we have, the 10 portals, it's interesting, we have 10 commandments that came after somebody unleashed 10 plagues. The 10 commandments were supposed to block the 10 plagues. When the commandment, thou shalt not kill, was pronounced, it came exactly against the release of death, to eliminate slavery to death, to eliminate the damages that death would do. And because the commandment, thou shalt not kill, was not respected, then they all died. And it's only the new generation that was innocent that continued. So there are 10 commandments came to block the 10 plagues, to heal the world of the 10 plagues, and we can always think again of respecting the 10 commandments. And if you look in other cultures, you would find that the Sikh community, for instance, the Sikh religion has 10 gurus. They learn from the 10 gurus the main things. Each one has a specialty. Each one teaches them something in particular. So there is something about 10 as a number in mathematics, but also as a number of lights in the structure of being. So the 10 gates to the internal paradise that will be discussed further are gate of identity, gate of integrity, gate of correction, gate of truth, gate of perception, gate of ability, gate of knowledge, gate of regeneration, gate of responsibility, and gate of birth. The 10th, which is the gate of birth, is actually available only to those that pass the 9 gates. For one to have the birth from mother and father, the birth of their divine level from mother and father, they have to be proven into the sense of their identity, true identity, integrity, correction, truth, perception, ability, knowledge, regeneration, and responsibility. And we'll talk about each one of them for you to have a better understanding. But as you hear, I did not pronounce any weird word or anything that you have never heard of. And all of those are important, and it makes sense that they would be part of paradise. After the break, we'll talk about the gates.
Yes. One love, oh, one heart, let's get together, feel alright, yeah. One love, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, feel alright, yeah. Let's get together, feel alright, oh. Let man pass on, all his dirty remain. There is one question I'd really like to ask. Hey, is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind to save his own belief? Say, yeah, yeah, one love. Children all sing one love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord. Feel alright. Ooh. get together, fight this whole Armageddon. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. Have a pity on those whose chances grow thinner yet. There is no hiding place from the author of creation. Oh, and one love, and one heart. Let's get together, feel alright. It is in the beginning, one love is in the end, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord. Feel alright. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. One love. Ooh, baby, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. The little children are singing now. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the
The first 2 seasons of Paradise have now introduced the public to fundamental principles already alive in the human population. The returning season of the show will guide people towards the understanding of the universe from the Paradise perspective, the role and the implications for the human population at the heart of Paradise and beyond. The hostess of the show, Sonda Davis, the mother, is not just talking about imagining paradise. She is communicating the realities of paradise as she lived the very journey all the way from paradise and beyond. All of these, Sonda Davis was continuously working with deities and divinities from heaven and earth to ensure the transition from the old system based on duality and destruction to the new system, based on reconciliation, planetary safety, and divine evolution. The first 2 seasons of Paradise Now Dialogues with the Mother aired in 2016-2017 on Vision TV. At that time, the show was the beginning of the planetary dialogue about paradise on Earth. Since then, despite the many problems that we had on Earth, people evolved towards fulfilling the fundamental principles of paradise on Earth, and the structures of paradise stabilized to bring the entire population towards a vision of peace, prosperity, help for one another, love and responsibility for the planet, nature, family, spiritual and divine evolution. In 2022, during the planetary alignment, in consensus with the cosmic and universal law, all planetary beings All planets of the solar system declared and recognized Earth as paradise, the mother planet.
So if my day gets dark as night, why only love it is my light. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. Now I know love, I sing and shout. Nobody here can put me out. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. I know that love, it suits me well. I tried it on at the gate of hell. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on, hold on. Oh, people, hold on. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. Yeah. Hold on, hold on. Ooh, yeah, 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 too. Yeah, 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 won't you hold it? It's chilly and wide. Oh, love lives on every side. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. River is chilly and cold. It fills the body, not the soul. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on, hold on. Hold on, keep your hand on the plow, hold on, hold on. Ooh, yeah, hold on, keep your hand on the plow, hold on.
Comes a time when you least expect it, when you thought you finally had got it all. Then you hear the call, telling you the game that you've been playing hasn't got what it has been claiming. No, 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 not at all. As you fall down on your knees, falling into humility, asking for the grace to be free of this confusion. All the doubts, all of the convictions, all the wealth and all of the restrictions come tumbling into view. Will I change from what has been familiar? Can I be where everything becomes brand new? while sitting next to you, as you come to see what it takes, feeling all the ways your heart breaks, knowing this is how you can make your way home. In this light burning ever brighter, I let go of my internal fighter, letting go of all of my resistance, being still with all of this existence. When I hear the call, I can find, but always felt so hidden. Just takes time to see what seemed forbidden, but was always by my side.
Yes, and now let's just hope that everybody hears the call.
Yes, that's my prayer. For many years, I've been a shiatsu therapist for over 30 years and have done therapy with people and combined body work with counseling. And many times what I discovered over the years is when I was talking to people, how they would be trying to reject the parts of themselves that they didn't like or they didn't think was good enough or that caused pain in their life, and what I discovered was I was supposed to say to these people was that you don't throw anything out. In your experience, that all of what you are going through, even when it's painful, even when you feel stuck, that there's a gift in that. And if I go looking for the gift that is within my struggle, I will often find where it's leading me that will take me beyond the limitations of where I've been. And but I need to respect it all. I need to embrace all of myself, the good and the bad.
Walking to the infinite and leaving a leg behind is not exactly
We need all the parts.
Ideally, try to avoid the hip implant if you can.